The Provincial Capital Commission will be conducting a prescribed burn this week. Sarah Romuld is the ecologist there, and she joins us this morning to talk about what we're going to see and why this is so necessary. So, Sarah, what are we going to see in the park over the next few days?
So over the next few days, we have a prescribed burn that's planned for 2 of our islands. So east of Broad Street Bridge, we have Pelican Island and North Goose Island that are targeted for our first prescribed fire.
So why exactly is this done, and has something like this been done before in Regina?
This is a new resource management tool for Wascana Centre. We've never done prescribed burns in the centre before, but it's not a new tool. Provincial parks have been doing burns in their parks in several areas for over 20 years, and some agencies have even been doing them for over 30 years. So while it is a new tool for us, we have also been working towards utilizing this tool for over 7 years. We've been gathering data, doing the necessary courses and training, so we are ready for this burn this week.
What is the end goal of the burn?
So the end goal for us, it can vary depending on how you're using, burns. For us, we're using it to reduce our invasive weed population. We're using it to, there's woody encroachment, so we have trees and shrubs that are kind of taking over some of our more grassy, lower vegetation areas. So you can use it to kind of remove that encroachment. You can use it, in our case, we're also using it to enhance those areas. So they were once prime nesting habitat for lots of waterfowl. Right now they're mostly weeds and a lot of shrubs and trees, which is great, but not the ideal function.
Well, let's talk more about that wildlife, because somebody watching this right now is probably inevitably asking, what about the animals? Should there be concern there?
For us, there shouldn't be really any concern for wildlife. So typically burns are done either in the spring or the fall. They can be done in the summer and the winter, but it's not very common. Spring and fall is the usual one because you can actually control a lot more of the conditions that way and have a safer, slower fire. Since we're doing it in the fall, a lot of these areas that have that we would be burning are prime nesting habitat. The birds are already finished their nesting. So they've already migrated. We've been surveying and monitoring these areas so we can ensure that the wildlife there would be minimal to no risk for them. So then it just becomes an issue of smoke management. So that one, if we maintain those conditions for a safe burn, then we can ensure that the smoke will plume high up and not impact the neighboring areas.
Well, that's good to know, certainly. Once it's all said and done, how long until the area is thriving again?
So since we're doing it in the fall, it all kind of depends on the weather conditions. If you were to do it in the spring, you could see green grass coming up in a week. So it's up to you. If you tell us we have warm weather coming up, then maybe we'll see some green grass.
I'll try my best.
But usually in the fall, you might see some regrowth right away. But in the spring, you'll notice fresh, ideally the preferred vegetation coming up. But in some cases, you can trigger the seeds that are in the seed bank, and you can have more weeds or different grasses coming up as a result of that fire. So then it just becomes part of your monitoring tool, and then you can decide whether you do another burn again the following year, or if you do some weed management and then reseed.
All right, some very interesting and useful information. Sarah Romuld joining us this morning from the Provincial Capital Commission.